Alright, welcome to a brand new unit for Math 9. Topic will be circle geometry. Learning various things about circles. Today's lesson will be review of concepts that we already know, and in this unit we're going to be building on those particular concepts. Let's make a circle by way of a start. I always find the handiest way to make a circle is with this. Oops. I don't think that is a very convincing circle, mostly due to the second ratedness of my protractor. I'm going to grab a fresh sheet and we're going to do this again with a more high quality protractor. I need to feel at least semi-competent about my circle drawing skills. So, here's our circle. Now, the definition of a circle. Let's write that out. Now, once you've made a circle with a protractor or with some other round object, doesn't really matter, I guess. Definition of a circle. Let's put our heading back up here. Circle geometry. Circle is a shape where all points are equidistant from the center. And it has one continuous side. It doesn't have multiple sides, it has one continuous side. There's two ways to think of a circle. You could think of it as having only one side, one round side, or you could think of it as having so many sides that you can't count them. In other words, it has sides all the way around it. Who knows how many there are? There could be an infinite number of sides. But on any circle, some important things to recognize. The center of our circle is here. Then we have any point that's going from the center of our circle to the outside is known as the radius. That's half of a circle. The distance all the way across is known as the diameter, but all the way across from the two farthest points. Okay? This not like if you were to put it something up here, that's not a diameter. A diameter and a radius have to come from the middle of your circle. So from the middle of your circle to the outside is a radius. From the middle of your circle going all the way across in both directions is your diameter. The other concept that we need to do is the circumference. And we're going to write out the definition of the circumference down here. Your circumference is the distance around the circle. The circumference is the distance around the circle. And a circumference is made up of C equals 3.14 diameters. The diameter here can go around the circle 3.14 times. Okay? Or diameter times pi. All right, let's review, do a few more introductory circle concepts. This, so far, should not have been anything new. So I would just like to add a few more additional concepts. This here, something that attaches to any point on the outside of a circle. Let's say I were to make a point here. I'm just going to use my protractor as a ruler. Page ripped. This is called a tangent. Where there's a point on the outside of a circle and there's a line that runs through that point, that's a tangent of a circle. Do another one up here because that one's kind of sloppy. Simply there. That's a tangent of a circle. Now, you can have lines on circles that are not radius or diameter, that don't run through the middle. You can have them, but they have a different name. So this here, I have a line that crosses the circle here. A line that crosses the circle here is known as a chord of a circle. So, tangent, a point on the outside with a line running through it, and then any line on a circle that is not a radius or a diameter is a chord of a circle. They don't originate in the middle of the circle, but they do connect to 2 points on the outside of the circle. The difference between them, they don't originate in the middle. So, let's review these circle concepts, shall we? And again, if you're trying to keep up with drawing all this, just hit the pause button, draw it, keep on going. Let's review these concepts. Middle of our circle is the center. The diameter is this entire line. From this point to this point is the diameter, okay, straight across. The radius is from the center to the outside. A radius is 1/2 of a diameter. Always, always, always. The circumference is the distance around the circle. And it's 3.1, it has 3.14 diameters. Or diameter times pi, it makes up your circumference. That's where the number pi comes from. there is a little bit more than 3 diameters running around the circumference of any circle. Like 3.14 to some long decimal. Diameter multiplied by pi is the circumference of a circle. Tangent is a point on the outside of a circle, and the line running through it is called a tangent. A chord is any line that connects to 2 different parts of a circle on the inside, but it does not originate in the middle. Therefore, it is not a diameter or a radius. And there we see again our definition of a circle. All points are equidistant from the center, equal distance, equidistant from the center, and it has one continuous side. Like the gunsa outside, every single point is equal distance from the center, assuming a correctly drawn circle, of course. So, let's look at then some review. Another concept that's going to be coming up in this unit, which we don't have to review because we did it umpteen times in the previous unit, but just a heads up that it will be coming up: Pythagoras. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. You'll be doing that triangle concept, will be coming up quite heavily, and I'll tell you why. You see this radius here? It actually, certain radiuses create a right angle inside a triangle. Especially, and if you get a triangle that's inscribed into a half of a circle, into a semicircle, it does have one right. Like if I was to put a triangle in here, the line in the middle of the circle is straight. Therefore, it's got a right angle. Just mentioning that. It'll come up later. And you don't really need to understand the whole thing about the triangle in the circle. That'll come up. Just want to give you a heads up right now that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Pythagoras will be coming up. All right. Gut done. Your homework for today. I'm going to leave these on the back table, these sheets. Your first worksheet will cover radius and diameter, and I am going to do 2 examples on this worksheet. I'm going to do this one. The radius is 5 millimeters. That's obvious. It's labeled exactly as that. The diameter is double the radius, so it's 10. What are they giving us here all the way across? They're giving us a diameter. The diameter is 12 centimeters. The radius is half of this, 6. This is a review sheet, but you will be handing this entire sheet in for marks. So radius and diameter is the first concept. Second concept is circumference of a circle. Diameter times pi. This diameter is 6. 6 times pi. We're going to use the pi symbol. Let me go slam a calculator. Six times pi in this case equals 18.85, and I'm going to show you how I did that on the screen. Hang on. You can also do 6 times 3.14. Doesn't really matter, but we have calculators with the pi symbol, so why not use it? 6 more, little more accuracy. 6 times, then you hit the blue second key on top here, second, and the pi symbol is over here, right under the clear button. 6 times pi, 18.849 rounded to 18.85. Circumference of any circle, diameter times pi. Here we have a diameter of 7 meters, and this should be centimeters. 7 times pi. 21.99 meters. Leave you to do the rest of those. And the last review of a circle concept, the area of a circle. That's the one that I didn't touch on at all in my introductory circle drawing blah 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 activity. The area of any circle is pi r squared. Now let's put that up here. A equals pi r squared. Pi times radius squared. Pi squared means multiplied by itself twice. So pi times radius times radius. Pi times 12 times 12. 2 times. Pi times 12 times 12. 452.4 centimeters squared. And we'll do another example. This radius is 3 pi times 3 times 3. .27. Doesn't matter if you do 1 decimal or 2 decimals when you're doing any of these questions. 1 decimal will be fine, just round it correctly and you'll be good. This sheet, again, there's 3 pages. First it's diameter and radius, then there's circumference, then there's area. This is homework to finish each of these, and it is worth 10 marks. Okay? That's absolutely it for this class. It was very short, not even 18 minutes long, so we are done. And again, this sheet is to be handed in. It will be worth 10 marks.